Good morning. Good morning. It is Tuesday morning. What is up, my super truckers? It's Christian with Super Trucker Podcast, Voyager Nation. We're bringing it to you live every day, 9 a.m., actually Monday to Friday, talking real talk, trucking talks. So here we go. Getting this party started. All right. Just making sure I have a good connection right here. All right. All right. Here we go. All right, here we go. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, a little bit of IT issue right here. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It is Christian with Voyager Nation Super Trucker Podcast. If you are not subscribed, please do so. Hit that bell icon so you get notifications when our videos drop Monday to Friday after 5 o'clock. All right, give it a little bit of a window. Let me get that thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. We don't get paid by anybody to do this. So for sure, we would appreciate that. And what we do here is put good trucking information in front of good people. That way you can make better decisions. All right, so today's topic, I basically want to focus on something we've been kind of following along this whole week. So as for those who are always watching, we have a team drivers who are thinking of onboarding and so forth, and they are actually in the market for a truck. So they are exploring the lease to purchase programs because one of their must-haves is they definitely want a new truck. They don't want anything with 500,000 miles. They don't want anything. They want it out the box, like brand new, to minimize breakdowns and all of that. So that is one of their requirements. As we talked about it, we also mentioned SFI, where that is one of their potential locations that they might actually pick up the truck. And SFI sent over a questionnaire which we covered on Friday, and so now what we wanted to break down is the potential weekly payment that these guys are going to be paying. Is it reasonable? Is it not? Even though it is a new truck, can someone survive in this market with this type of payment? So again, guys, before we dive in, please like, share, subscribe, put this information in front of good people, fellow owner operators to be. And what we're doing here is we're not trying to bash any program. We're just talking about possible outcomes so that people can be successful. So at the same time, if anybody's done an SFI lease on a brand new truck, put it in the comments. Let's talk about it. What kind of information can you share with these gentlemen in order for them to be successful? So that's what this show's about. All right, guys. So going back to this truck, the payment will be $2,000 a week. And so when asked my opinion, I'm thinking that's very high. That's very high because one of the things that we have to consider is that's $8,000 a month. That's $96,000 a year. That's a tall order for this type of truck. And we got to consider, guys, this is also before fuel. This is before any type of insurance and maintenance and all of that good stuff. If the permits break down, so this is a tall order. What do you guys think? And has anybody out there done this SFI lease with $2,000 a week? And how did it go? That's the name of the game is talk about what else is out there. I think what they're doing is the down payment is not even that bad for something like this. We're talking about eight grand. But the problem is you're almost there to get yourself into something different that's going to be a lot more reasonable. So I'm not trying to push this any which way. This is going to be totally up to them. We're just talking about options, right? So I don't know if LRM even offers new trucks or everything has some mileage. I know they jump on the show every now and then, guys. So LRM, if you're out there, we got the teams looking for a truck. I don't know what you guys offer on new trucks. Let us know. We'll put you in contact. We're just looking for some options for these guys in order to be successful. So in addition to that, so if we go to let's say Lone Mountain, I know a lot of you guys know we talk about it. We got no relation with them, nothing like that. They currently, I guess I'm on their website now, they currently don't have any more used, so they got some new trucks here. So here's some options that they could do. Let's talk about this 2026 Kenworth T680 Cummins engine, 10,800 down with 3,300 a month. All right, so what does that do right there? 3,300 a month, man. That is like just about half of the payment of what they're going to be doing, right? And it's 0 miles. It's a brand new truck, comes with warranty, bumper to bumper. You know, 4-year warranty on 500,000 miles, and then they get a 5-year warranty on factory transmission on 750,000 miles. So no restrictions on the mileage of what you do. It is for 60 months as opposed to SFI. I do believe they're 2 years. I'm not really sure what how they structure it, but again, the idea of being successful. So 2,000 a week, guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Would you do that? Is that feasible? Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're putting this information in front of owner operators so that we can learn from each other, compare notes, and see what is the best option. So like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm put this in front of the right people, so we drop content like this all the time. Just make sure you got that bell icon so that you get notified when we do drop a video. All right. So going back to my guys that are running teams, right? I think regardless of the market, we're gonna have that truck payment. So even in a really good market, let's talk pandemic numbers, man. Like even in those numbers, this is still a very expensive note. $2,000 a week before any kind of insurance or maintenance or anything like that. What do you guys think? What would you do this? Anybody out there? Would you jump into this SFI lease? All right. And I wonder if anybody from SFI is out there. Let us know. Do we got our facts straight? So here we go. So it's pretty straightforward. Again, so you're running teams. And remember, so there's still 2 people got to get paid. Any guys can be grossing out there, let's say solid teams, anywhere from 12 to let's say 18, right? That in the market. However, $2,000, man, I can't really. It's hard to get over that. That's a boatload of money for these guys to do that. Most leases that are out there, you're going to be able to be in the ballpark of $2,500 to maybe $4,000 a month, which is a lot more reasonable than what you have here, right? So one of the things is, like, let's just say you use the Lone Mountain, right? And you're paying $3,300 a month. You still have the option to pay early. There's no penalty for paying something off early. So if you are looking to get out of that truck, or out of that, to pay that truck off in a hurry, you could still do that without committing to that $2,000 a month, because there's a lot of things that can happen, right? Market conditions are going to fluctuate and so forth. Planning. So let's just say you're going to plan, let's say you got a truck that went down and needs a repair, or something as simple as you need a week off because of some kind of family emergency. Anything can happen in this business, right? So now you take a week off. You got to see that when you come back to work that following week, you're coming to a $4,000 payment. You know what I mean? That is always going to be there. So it makes a lot of the planning very difficult. I mean, even if one of you guys went on vacation and the other one was running, that order is that $2,000 is still sitting there waiting, needing to get paid. So be very cautious with something like that. That's why I just want to, I did give these gentlemen the phone number, just so that they can communicate and consider it as an option. Again, I'm not saying to go any which way. I'm not doing any of that, but I am saying that my opinion is this $2,000 a week is going to be way too expensive. Even in any market, it's okay to have a truck payment. That's my opinion. I think something reasonable is for a solo team is, for somebody who's solo, it's going to be right in that $1,600-$1,700 mark. For a team, $3,300 should not be a problem. And then this is monthly. So now you can plan accordingly, right? So even like we just talked about, you want some off time. You have this fixed cost on a monthly basis, which is that $3,300. if you did your SFI lease, it would also be a fixed cost. No one's debating that. However, that's an $8,000 tab. That is very expensive for survival, right? I get it's a new truck. There's just a couple different ways to get to the finish line. So even if the SFI gets you out of their program in 2 years, you can also do that voluntarily without committing to the $2,000 a week going through another organization, whether it's Lone Mountain or whatever you decided to do. As long as there's no prepayment penalty, you could pay that off as quick as you want. But the beauty about it is you can adjust. So if there's a market condition shift, if you break down, if there's this, you have the option that you're not obligated to pay that $2,000 that week. Because you're nice and steady with the $3,300 a month or whatever it is that you decided. Let's say you went somewhere else and it was $4,000. But again, you're not committed to that $2,000 weekly monthly payment. It's pretty expensive. What are some of the risks with doing that? It's almost like everything would have to roll out perfectly. One breakdown, downtime for 1 week. You still owe $2,000 on no income, on no cash flow to your business. So that is the problem, and it compounds like so fast. So imagine 2 weeks down. You're coming back to $6,000. You're already behind $6,000. How do you recover from that? So guys, let me know in the comments. Has anybody ever experienced SFI? I know we talked to a gentleman a few days ago. He said he dropped them and got out of there pretty quick. But has anybody been successful? Let us know. Drop it in the comments. We're willing to share. Put this info in front of these guys so that they can get educated and make the best business decisions for themselves. And I think I'm pretty sure SFI checks credit. So I know it's not the sole thing. It's not just the credit score. That's it. They look at it a little bit different, similar to Lone Mountain. I'm sure if they got approved with SFI, I don't see why they wouldn't be approved with Lone Mountain. So I don't think that these guys are in that position where credit is the problem and they just can't get anything. So again, one of them is $8,000 down. I know the Lone Mountain is about 10,000, almost 11 grand, 10,800, but the monthly payment is a world of difference, and that can make or break their business. So, it's definitely something to consider. I would definitely come up with a little bit more upfront cash. You're almost there. You're already at 8,000. You just need about $2,800 more. And then from there, what you could do is now you have access to something different. And there's about 102 of them. So plenty of inventory there. It's kind of strange, guys. There's actually no used inventory on their website. So check that out. Has anybody out there gotten a Lone Mountain lease lately? So I don't know. I guess those bad boys are going off the shelf. So here we go. All right. So guys, like, share, subscribe, put this, forward this to somebody who's thinking about getting a truck and, they haven't considered all their options and they're doing a lease to purchase, maybe with SFI or whoever, and they're just not aware that there are other options out there. I get that this is a brand new truck, but so is the Lone Mountain one. Remember, guys, what we're talking about is the difference between one company is going to be charging $2,000 a week, and another one is going to be charging, $3,300 a month. That is a major difference in payment. And further than that, it's the success of your company. You want to give yourself some elbow room financially in order to make decisions, because you don't want to be truck broke and everything is going into that just truck note, and now there's no room for the maintenance, there's no room for breakdowns, personal stuff. Every driver's got to get paid, and so then now you're going to be in a tight spot. So guys, put it in the comments. What have you used? What was successful to you? What do you guys feel it's a decent, moderate, a realistic monthly payment for a truck? Keep in mind, these guys are buying brand new. They don't want used at this point. But at the same time, is $8,000 a month way too high? All right. So I personally think that's a bad financial idea. Even with teams, it's just a dangerously high monthly payment for that truck. Um, that's just my opinion on that. So what do you guys think? Would you do it? Would you consider it? Have you done it? Let me know in the comments. What would you do in a situation like this? All right. And it doesn't even really matter. Like at this point, with such a high number, it doesn't even really matter what type of work you're doing. Because like, let's say somebody was, doing some kind of dedicated shit that this number somehow made sense. The problem is that in trucking, nothing's forever, and it's always evolving and it's always changing, and you have to adapt. It's going to make it very difficult for you to adapt, because if you buy a truck specifically for a set of work, and that work, the rate drops, or two companies merged and one got acquired, and now the lane changes, and now your world's upside down because you bought a truck specifically, or financially it made sense based on this set of work, and now financially it's not going to make sense anywhere. So you don't want to limit yourself into that. Like, this is just about making good decisions, about forecasting the future, right? Or actually just forward thinking, because we've all been in trucking for some time, or not all of us, but a lot of us, and we all know that things change. So even if these guys were talking about dedicated lane and make sure it makes sense, it's not, because if you had to adapt because somebody closed their doors and now you had to find a new home, you're going to be carrying along this $8,000 monthly payment, guys. So again, I guess you can tell from my verbiage and my expression that I don't think that that's a good idea, especially because you got different options that are out there. And hopefully you make connection with the guy over there, and you reconsider and possibly put yourself in this situation, even though this will extend it out 60 months. At the end of the day, it's just math. Either way, whether you're doing it in 24 or whether you're doing it in 60 months, how much do you end up paying? And on one of them, you can actually pay it off earlier without any type of penalty. So why not go for that, where it's kind of where it's that option? So consider that, guys. It's one of the things that you don't want to be. You don't want to be in the position that you're struggling, right? Then that's when desperate decisions start to happen. You're now dependent on a volatile market for the market to be improving, so that you can have sustainability for your business. And so you don't want to be doing that. Right now, you have this sweet opportunity to control a fixed cost. And the fixed cost is going to be your monthly payment on this truck. So you're in a very, very good position. You just have to make the right decision, and you're doing the right thing now. You're considering all options. That is what you guys should be doing for first-time owner operators. Those don't just jump on the first thing you see. You want to consider all kind of options as to what you can. This is Luna. Sorry, she's joining the party. So you want to consider all of your options. You want to make sure that you're making the right move. And again, right now is a crucial time for you, because you can actually focus on controlling this fixed cost. So again, guys, like, share, subscribe, put this information in front of fellow owner operators or owner operators to be. And in addition to that, has anybody actually used SFI? Have you had that $2,000 monthly payment? What did your struggle look like? Would you do it again? Would you not do it again? Share your thoughts, and so that we can put it in front of general, people that are looking for this information, to see if they pull the trigger on something like this. So guys, let us know. Put that in the comments. And again, if you have any questions, put it there, and we will go from there. And I get it. For whatever reason, these guys are teams and they want something new. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as they're running. They run committed, and they got a business plan for that, and they just commit to that. That's not really the problem, right? The problem is that payment before anything is just astronomical. So here we go. There we go. All right, guys. So it is Tuesday, so hopefully it's nice and early. I hope everybody's getting unloaded and making power moves to jump on that reload and kick off the week on a good note. How many of you guys out there are starting the week a little bit delayed on a Tuesday rather than yesterday on that Monday? Again, we're always looking for quality owner operators who are looking to improve their situation. You got to give us a call at 863-342-5171. We got recruiting on standby, and we're here to also answer any kind of recruiting questions that people may have. All right. So once again, we're covering the topic: is a $2,000 a week truck payment a good idea? All right. Even though it's brand new, 0 miles, 2026, out the box, brand new. Is it a good idea, and would you do it? All right. So we got people asking opinions, looking for several options, and that's what we're here to do. So does anybody out there have an alternative option other than Lone Mountain? I know we talk about that a lot, but what have you used, and what can we where can we refer these guys? Let us know. All right. So here we go. And even that, guys, first-time owner operators, remember, it's not necessarily you need a new truck, so just don't take that. I mean, if you can cop something for like 300 to 400,000 miles, I think that's a pretty sweet spot. Plenty of meat left on that bone for you to get 300,000 miles out of that. So that's pretty good. The only time I say stay away from something that's like in the 600,000-700,000 miles, definitely never a million miler, with an engine overhaul. I just think it's the risk is too high for you to buy something like that. I just think you're buying somebody's problem. So guys, just be leery. Remember, when you're looking at these type of things, you have purchasing power. So what you want to do is execute, take advantage of your purchasing power. You can take your business elsewhere. So you want to line up all of the things. So if, trust me, like no one's scooping up that truck, the very same day you called about it. So you have purchasing power. 2,000 for a new truck is an awesome deal. I don't ever think I've seen something like that. All right, here we go. Like someone thinks 2,000 a week is an awesome deal. So here we go. All right, yeah. So again, guys, if you're that first time owner operator and you're looking for that truck, what you really want to do is consider. It doesn't necessarily have to be brand new for you to make a power move and improve your situation. There are plenty of used trucks out there that are very reasonable, and you got some lifespan on that. I would say that sweet target spot is going to be 300,000 to 400,000 miles. Take a look. Take a look. Yeah. So Mike's asking. Yes, it's $2,000 a week for a brand new truck. So I'm just filling in for the comments here, guys. So it's $8,000 down, $2,000 a week before insurance, before plates, any kind of expenses on that truck, right? So that's $8,000 a month. Compared to Lone Mountain, who they want 10,000, basically 10,800 down, but you're talking 3,300 a month for a brand new truck. So one is 8,000, which is SFI, and one is 3,300 a month. Those are the two differences. All right, guys, and for my people who are exploring options, who's out there exploring some options currently right now, first-time owner operators, what have you stumbled across? Because there's not a lot of people buying trucks, but here we go. What have you come across? What's a good quality option that you can put in front of other people who are in the same boat as you are, trying to make it happen? Sorry, that's Luna. She's wanted to be on. Yeah, Mike, 2,000 a week. A week. I think he just fell out of his chair. Yeah, it's 2,000 a week, not a month. This is a week. So that is a tall guys. So like, share, subscribe, put this information in front of other good people, owner operators to be. Let's share this. Let's share the information so that they too know other options that yes. So he did fall out of his chair. So guys, and again, guys, the point here is I'm not shitting on anybody's plan. This is nowhere near that. I just don't want to see anybody get hurt. Um, I truly think that if you have purchasing power and you have other options, and that is not your only option, man, like you should go for something that is going to make financial sense and improve your odds of success in trucking. Remember, any business you start has a failure rate in anything that you do, and so why not improve your odds by making a smart decision up front? um, I'm not even saying to use low mountain. Like I'm just saying don't do that. Like that's a tall order. So guys, like you don't want to commit to 8,000 a month. You know, especially if you have the purchasing power, meaning the credit, the money, you can actually do other things. So please explore them. Don't just get caught up because they make it sound easy. All right. So put those bad boys on hold, explore some options. And if you're not convinced after exploring other options, after viewing other details, and that's your ultimate choice, well then cool, that's not a problem. I just think you owe yourself and your business the opportunity to explore other options open-mindedly to see which one is actually going to benefit you. So you know, allow that learning process to sit there, absorb, you know, sit on it, and then you make the best decision at the end. You're going to do what you're going to do anyway, but the idea behind it is that you do explore. And guys, that's what our show is about, putting the information in front of good people so that you can actually identify other ways to make, you know, to get to the same result, how to get into a truck. So here we go. So again, anybody else in the comments, have you done this before? Did you pay $2,000 a week and got away with it and ended up owning the truck, or would you do it again, and so forth? So guys, put it in the comments if anybody has done that before. All right. All right, so here we go, and man, I'm gonna tell you, on a truck like that, that monthly insurance payment is gonna be astronomical as well. So it's just gonna, I think all in, you might actually end up being like 2,500, you know, 2,500 bucks a week. So that is expensive, my people, very expensive for that truck. So again, explore your different options. They do have other ones here. All right. So I'm not necessarily saying that you have to go with a KW, but they also have a Volvo. Probably Michael loved that, a 2026 Volvo 860. And what that has, it's they want almost 14,000 down, but 3,200 a month for 60 months. Then they also have another KW 17 down. Ooh, 3,300 a month, but notice it's within that range. Nothing is going up to that astronomical price of like 8,000. Everything is right there, 3,300 bucks, nice and smooth. So I think these people do a very nice job of looking at that payment as sustainable. You know, what is the nice monthly payment that helps the success of the owner operator? Because remember, the intent is not for you to fall behind and get in this vicious trap, or actually get the truck repoed. Like nobody's going to win at that point. So I think that's a pretty sweet number, 3,300 for a brand new truck. I don't think you could beat that. You know, so consider all your options. You know, where you place that truck is going to also be important, guys. So that's where we would say, you know, as you're exploring your options, consider Voyager Nation. We have dedicated dispatchers who've been in the game for a very long time, and you know, got some room for growth. So, and got some available trailers for you. And we give you a pretty sweet package, 75% of the gross revenue. It's going to be an all-in rate, includes the cargo and the liability. We provide the trailer, plenty of room to also level up. As we speak, we actually have 2 current owner operators who are going to go to the 85% payout pretty soon. They are buying their own trailer. So again, they can switch packages, everything within the house. They don't have to go to a different organization in order to do so. We welcome growth for all people. So that's the important thing behind it. Everybody is it should be winning, and then that's the way we do it. We encourage that, where it's actually a badge of honor type thing to see people level up their business. So there's never any problem with something like that. So again, 2 owner operators under our current fleet right now having a great experience. So what they actually did is the perfect opportunity for them to level up, and they're buying their own trailers. So here you go. That's a monumental step for them. So congratulations to them. And okay, so if you're looking for some opportunity just like that, and to be in the position where you can advance your business, our telephone number is 863-342-5171. All you got to do is give us a call. You could even stop by the office, 3180 Mulford Road. I actually typed that bad boy up and put it in the comments. Here we go. Stop by Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. Here we go. Stop on by. We'd be glad to sit down with you. You could sit ops team, dispatcher. You have access to everybody. Sit down for a few minutes. We discuss it, see what we can do for you, and what you can, and how this partnership would work, and we can make a deal. All right. So again, guys, like, share, subscribe. Let me get that thumbs up. Smash that like button. Helps this content reach the right people. We drop gems like this Monday to Friday after 5 o'clock. So make sure you are subscribed with the bell icon so that you are notified when we are dropping this information. I'm a busy dude this morning, huh? All right. All right. So has anybody out there actually used the SFI? I'm still waiting on that. Nah, nobody. All right. So so here we go. Just a couple different options. So for my people just tuning in, again, we were comparing 2 lease to purchase programs. Pretty much they're both independent. You can port the truck wherever you like. So that's a value to you. You definitely want that so that you're not held hostage to someone's freight and held hostage to that carrier. So you want to make sure that is an option for you. Both of these places check that box. So that's not the issue. The real issue at hand is that one is $8,000 a month and the other is $3,300 a month. One down payment is $8,000, which is the $2,000 a week. I'm sorry, $2,000 a week, which makes $8,000 a month. And the other one is $11,000, but you're only going to be dropping $3,300 a month, guys. So that is the biggest comparison. That can make or break your business. So be very cautious to what you do. Make sure you don't overextend. And that's what we're talking about today. All right, guys. So again, my people, has anybody used any other lease to purchase that worked out for you? We just don't like the carrier offered lease to purchases, because now you have to keep that truck there. We think third party is pretty good. LRM, has anybody used them? I don't know if they have any. Do they have any new equipment over there? Let me see. Let me look them up real quick while we're talking here. LRM. Where are they out of Pompano? All right. Let me see. Let me check these guys out. All right. Why is bad boy stinking? Inventory. All right. They say 2018s to 2021s. I don't see anything that's new, but that doesn't mean that I'm right. I don't know if this is if the website has been updated or whatnot. So again, they got it just says what you can expect. Hold up a second here. I don't really see, guys. Does anybody out there use them? Let us know. I guess somebody would have to give a call, because they don't have an interactive inventory. But again, here we go, guys. The idea behind it is the people that are actually looking right now are looking for a brand new truck. So that's kind of their must have, is to get that new truck. So if LRM doesn't offer anything, then I guess at this point, they wouldn't be able to use them, because they are actually looking for that. Oh, sorry, this is Luna. Say hi. Sorry, guys. She's wanted to be in the show. All right. All right, guys. So here we go. So that's what we're talking about. And also at that point, can somebody do a conventional purchase? It doesn't have to necessarily be a lease to purchase. Has anybody out there been to like the Aero truck sales? I know those guys are probably doing they're probably still doing down payment matches. So now your 8,000 became 12,000 right away. I think they're matching up to $4,000. So guys, there's a lot of programs that are out there that you just have to explore. Take your time when you're selecting something like this. So again, so that you don't end up upside down and or in a payment that you're now struggling to have. And instead of winning at trucking, it just becomes this vicious cycle of just how to make a truck payment and that's it. And then you're not reaping the benefits of everything else that should be coming along with that. So remember, it's making smart decisions along the way. And that's what this is about, guys. All right. All right, my people. So do we have any other comments coming through? Nobody's actually used Low Mountain or any other lease to purchase out there that these guys could be successful at? Has anybody purchased a truck lately? Where did you buy it? We just did an orientation that someone actually purchased a truck. It was used, but they purchased it outright. So they just walked into the dealer and did that. People do it all shapes and sizes. They didn't want a commercial loan, so sometimes people get a personal loan real quick. Less questions. Go in, drop cash. Pay cash in the eyes of the dealer, and then they figure it out. So there's so many ways to slice it. Again, it's just that payment and the interest rate that you're going to be paying. So again, my people who are thinking about buying this truck, just please, before you jump into it, consider it. View all your options so that you know exactly what best choice is going to be for you. Put options in front of you. You want that as a business owner. All right. So if you got any other questions, my people, please put them up in the comments. Let us know. We'll get to them. In addition to all of that, just make sure that you're also leasing on to the right organization. We got some room. We got some trailers. Like I said, 2 of our guys are actually going to be leveling up and buying their own trailers, which will now upgrade to the pay package. And also that gives room for 2 other individuals to come through and join the team. So if you're looking for a better spot, it is 863-342-5171. Give us a call and or stop by the office. We actually put the address right up in the comments so that you can swing by, open door policy, and get the 411 so we could potentially make a deal. God bless you too as well. And here we go, guys. So here's what we're doing. We're looking for good owner operators. And if you're looking for a good place to put your truck, give us a call. If you're that first time owner operator looking for the right place, give us a call as well. It's 863-342-5171. Are you looking for information? Just details about buying your first truck. What are things to look out for? What are you maybe not considering? Maybe you just want a different set of eyes on the actual thing that you might be doing, especially if it's a lease to purchase that is as aggressive as something like this of $2,000 a week. Fresh pair of eyes. Sometimes it's tough to swallow what people are saying, but again, we don't want to see anybody get hurt. That is the whole purpose of this, my people. All right. So that's my show for today. I will keep everybody posted to see what these guys have decided. All right. So before I go, here we go. I got the truck, no insurance, no plates, only the truck and LLC. Okay. Give us a call, brother man. It's 863-342-5171. We got everything you need to get you going. So you did the toughest part. You have the truck. We got the insurance programs to get you started. We got a plate program, not a problem. Orientation is done in 1 day from 9 to 3. You'll be on the load the next day. So give us a call, 863-342-5171. If you're calling now, just make sure you ask for Nina. She'll take care of you. All the questions will be answered. So you're in a good position, brother man. All right, because you even have an option. We can, the plates, you can buy your own, you can jump on ours. Either way, we make it fast, we make it efficient, and get you on the road. So that truck needs to start moving as quick as possible. Is like what we say all the time. That monthly payment is coming, and or at this point, the more time that truck sits, you're losing money every single day. So you want to change that situation real quick, and we're here to help. So we understand urgency, time, and all that good stuff. We'll actually get you approved on what we call a fast track approval. And so you'll know within a few hours, and by the end of the day, you'll be on a drug test and scheduling orientation. So give us a call to find out the details about that. 863-342-5171. And for everybody else, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Forward this to fellow owner operators or owner operators to be. We're here to help out with the information. All right, my people. Got to get to my day job. So I appreciate each and every single one who jumped on today. Definitely appreciate that. And guys, please, you got it. All right, man. Give us a call. We'll be waiting. And everybody else, please drive safe, be safe, keep earning, stay earning. And remember, Voyager Nation is always looking for true partnership with owner operators. Explore what we have to offer. 863-342-5171. Stop by as well. 3180 Mulford Road in Mulberry, Florida, 33860. That is the mecca of trucking. Perfect spot to be. We got plenty of free parking for our owner operators. So that's another value add for you right there. So give us a call to find out everything that can benefit you from linking up with us. All right, my people, be safe, drive safe. I will talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. As always, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. we go live, and we answer all the questions that we get across the board of social media platform. We gather up all the questions and answer them live. So we'll see. We'll see if these guys actually make a decision by the end of the day today, or what happens with Lone Mountain, all that good stuff, and we will keep you guys posted on their journey and what they decided to do. All right, my people, be safe, drive safe. We will talk soon.